The sirens went back to their place with Will and Lizard. And Lizard spotted an orange parking ticket on his windshield and kicked the dirt and stepped off the curb by his car into a puddle up to his ankle, then kicked the air. They watched his shoe fly off his foot and over an iron fence next door, landed in someone's yard. The sirens giggled. Lizard cursed and made his way over the fence. When they got home, they settled out on the porch and talked in the twilight and smoked. Lizard was infatuated with the brunette, and they went inside. Will was left alone with the blonde and drunk. "It's a nice place, Will." "Oh, thanks. Don't you want to know my real name?" "I think Inga's sweet, but if you want me to know different." She kept him in the dark. She held him in the dark, there on the porch. He was unsure of himself with her, physically. He wasn't really into it. He backed away from a kiss, and she pulled the icon around his neck too hard, and the chain fell to the painted planks at his feet. This upset him. He went to find a sewing kit and came back out with one from a hotel. Began to lace the thread through the chain and cut one end too short. Inga felt bad. She helped him out, tied the chain close again. Didn't ask anything. Just sat there with him, quiet for him. A smile came over his face. Remembering the chain that Bella dropped over his bowed head, secured around his neck. He thought of her, troubled and intelligent, lazy and depressed. Thought of her on the couch, placing the silver necklace over his head to fall around his neck without fanfare. He remembered how Bella confided in him about a guy she liked in the days when he could handle this. He took a vague interest in her infatuation as she revealed it to him. Nothing will come of it, he had guessed. "I don't want him to have the wrong idea," she told him over a tongue taco from El Cid, a local Mexican joint. Pico de Gallo there was exceptional. "What do you mean?" "Well, I hooked up with a lot of guys when I was younger, and I'm done with that," she said. "I'm not sure that's what he wants." "I don't know him. He comes off as a bit of a player." "Maybe a wannabe player," Will said. "He loves the ladies and they love him for loving them. Believe you me, this guy, he knows there's no fulfillment in a one-night stand." "Besides the obvious?" she asked. "True, I meant little fulfillment. Spiritual dead end." Will recalled riding down south with her to visit his friend, Black Bear. He decided to go in 2 days' time. Asked her a day later, and then they made the journey over the course of one night. Rode out of the winter air, pale and tired, to the barren fields of the south. Rural asphalt that had turned blue over time. She took photographs of him washing the windshield outside of Memphis. The falling sheet of water turned the service station into a blur of colors. They arrived at Bear's home in a cloud of dust with cows and pasture around them. He and his friend went out drinking in Hustling Pool each night and woke to Bella swinging gently on the whitewashed porch swing each morning. She'd put coffee on, folded his clothes. She sat there scribbling poetry and chewing off the eraser of her pencil in the bourbon haze of their vision. The cows followed the sun west down the hill that stood above Bear's home, and they could hear light grazing and tail swishing just about Vespers time.